Hello everyone. After tibia, now we are going to see the next bone, that is fibula. As you can see here, the fibula, which is the leg bone, is articulating with the tibia. The upper tibiofibular joint you can see here. The gap in between is filled by interosseous membrane, and you can see the lower joint as well. So fibula is also called as a post-axial bone in the leg, present on lateral aspect of the leg. It is a long bone. This is the shaft, upper end and lower end you can see here. So this is very thin and long bone. So how to determine the side for this? This is the one end you can see here. Here you can see the facet over here for the lateral aspect of tibia, and this projection seen at the upper end, this is the styloid process. After that, this constriction is the neck, then the shaft, and see at the lower end there is a large triangular projection. This is the lateral malleolus, which is subcutaneous, and on its inner side you can see this facet, that is for the lateral aspect of the talus bone, forming the socket for ankle joint. Behind this depression, that is the malleolar fossa. So that will help you to identify the side. So this facet for the talus should be at lower end, and it should be directed inside medially, and it should be anterior to malleolar fossa. So when you are holding, your thumb should be in the malleolar fossa like this. So the thumb is in the malleolar fossa, and the facet is in front. See clearly, facet is anteriorly and medially, thumb is in the malleolar fossa. So this is the fibula of the right side. Similarly, this will be of left side. So here, this is the facet and this is the malleolar fossa. So this is the fibula of the left side. Then coming to the shaft, now there are three borders and three surfaces, same like tibia. There is medial, lateral and posterior surface. And the sharp border is the interosseous border, which you have to feel because they are very compactly arranged. And posterior most, there is a thick line you can see here, that is the medial crest, which is dividing the posterior surface into two parts, almost similar like tibia. So what you should know about fibula is the side identification first of all, then the important points about the fibula. This tip of styloid process here, there is attachment of fibular collateral ligament. The neck of fibula is related with the common peroneal nerve. So if you get any injury here, the common peroneal nerve will be damaged, and that will lead to loss of nerve supply for the extensor and lateral compartment of leg. Then this bone is not very, it is playing very negligible role in weight transmission, so this can be used for the bone grafting. And one very important thing about fibula, it violates the law of ossification. So how it is? According to law of ossification, the secondary centers which appear for the two ends, they appear after birth, and the center which appear first will fuse last. But in case of fibula, the secondary center will appear at the lower end first, and it will fuse first. And for upper end, the secondary center will appear later on, and it will fuse last. Why it is so? The lower end is pressure epiphysis, as you know the classification of epiphysis. So amongst epiphysis, the pressure epiphysis center will appear first in pressure epiphysis. So for lower end, the center will appear first. But as the upper end is traction epiphysis, because there is a muscle which is attached over here, that is the biceps femoris. So that is pulling on it, creating a traction. So it is a traction epiphysis. So the secondary center will appear later for this upper end. And as it is a growing end towards the knee, as you know, towards knee away from elbow, As it is a growing end, it will fuse last. So for fibula, the secondary center will appear first at the lower end and fuse first, and this is how it will violate the law of ossification. So these are the commonly asked points about the fibula.